Hello.
Everything
GM
good. Today I have the correct time.
Nice. Yeah, good. Good. Did the winners of the last Dragons Den reach out to claim their prizes yet?
Yeah, today Durgadas sent, yeah, Durgadas in the chat. I sent
Amazing.
this morning. Yeah,
Cool.
all the three winners, they have all the prizes.
Amazing. Thanks, Durgadas and Renee. That was a cool session on Tuesday. GM, everyone. Key Royale, Region Avocado. Hello, Graven. O Forge. Oh, cool. How's the Epoch going for everyone? I see a bunch of people allocating last minute as expected, but we're officially only 24 hours away from the end of the allocation window. So pretty excited to see the results. Yeah, procrastination indeed. GM DeFi Prince, GM Chris, great to see you all. Yeah, finishing strong. How's it going for you all so far? It's been it's been a lot of changes in the leaderboard.
Yeah, I was checking it actually just before we started this. Quite a lot of
Should we?
projects. I think the allocation, the amount of people that allocated is there's not that much difference, right? Like the least is like 60 people for a project, and the most is like 110. But the amounts vary so much. I was quite surprised.
That's mainly because of I think how much those people have. Like we have a few pretty heavy GLM whales, so they're probably tipping the balance a bit. I can imagine.
Yeah.
What is this meme, Renee? What is this?
This meme is a mix of Latin American culture.
Nice. That's funny. Oh, sick. Region Avocado. Thank you for that. Maybe we can. Do you want to tell us about it? Actually, if you're available, feel free to jump in. Even share your screen because I see in the NFT and it looks cool. Otherwise, I can do it for you.
Hey,
ReGM
guys.
will. Hey, hello.
Buenos dias.
Buenas.
I'm on my phone, but yeah, just talking and brainstorming how to connect with the GLM stakers, and we have Refi Sicilia as myself. We have a small team. One of them is a blockchain smart contract developer, Sebastiano, and he's like an NFT wizard. And so basically, we did some Dune analytics and pulled up all the wallets who are staking more than 100 GLM, and we made a cute little NFT and just airdropped it on Base. So I think the final number was 994 wallets, and I think it only cost us about $8 in gas fees to do that. So just something fun, like why not?
That's a bloody great idea, dude. I think it's great.
The reason why we chose Base was if you have Coinbase wallet, the custodial wallet, you get a notification anytime you get an NFT. So one way to reach people. But who knows? Maybe it might be useful in the future. We're planting trees today in the hope that they bear fruit in the future. So at least we have a record. Yeah, it's just nice to have a little memento.
Yeah, this is awesome, man. Super good idea. Love that proactivity and yeah, I'm trying to find. I think there should be the NFT.
That was clever. I like that idea.
It's on OpenSea, so it should have some stats there. It would be interesting if that starts getting traded and there's actually a floor.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I want to check it out.
Computer is being weird. Can you?
Oh, actually, there is a floor price.
Oh, already? Nice.
Yeah, 0.1
I'm having trouble. I don't know what's happening here. What's the floor?
Somebody at 0.144 ETH. All right, nice. Somebody already
Nice.
flipping.
Flipping olives. Love that.
Well, that's one of one of our, we want to create a regenerative business, right? We don't want to just be reliant on grants. And so as we develop this agroforestry system and transition from monoculture to more of a diverse, biodiverse, syntropic agroforestry system, selling olive oil is a way to bring in revenue. And so having high quality organic olive oil at a premium, and where a portion of the sales are reinvested back into supporting the transition for these farms that want to go from like degen to regen. And so one of the ideas was like, because how it works is everybody produces olive oil on these small family farms, and then they have to bring it to market, and it's very difficult for farmers to access those international markets. And so one of the ideas was to basically just buy up all the supply. And you don't even have to like physically buy it. You just like make a contract that, okay, we bought it, and then you can sell it to clients. So you can actually make money just like being the market maker for like premium olive oil. And so just trying to like figuring out how to actually, make these sustainable regenerative business models and be creative with it, right? Like we don't have to like kill ourselves trying to do all this back-breaking labor, and how do we work smart? So anyways, something that I'm thinking about for this upcoming olive harvest, but that's a little deeper into the weeds.
No, that's cool, man. I love all the work that you guys are doing. So where can people learn more about this? Because I've noticed that your website is kind of empty. So where are you mostly sharing all this cool stuff? Because I would love to dive deeper
We
into
have we are in the process of redoing our like website for the like global community. Right now, we've spent most of our time developing our Charmverse. So if you go to dao.refisicilia.com, you'll find our Charmverse repository. But it is in Italian, so if you want to learn Italian. But yeah, we need to redo this website, and one of our budget items for this funding round is to revamp our website so that we can integrate, an NFT marketplace, for example, or how do we drive more sales to the website? And then also the other challenge we have is coordinating on the ground community to participate in these tree planting initiatives. So that's something that we're working with Sylvie as well, because they have our living database, right? When we plant a tree, we upload it to Sylvie. And so I had a call with the Sylvie designer this week and how we can improve the Sylvie front end. And one of these is more like live bounties. And so it would be great to have our website both for people who want to buy and support the marketplace, and then also for the local people who want to be working in the regenerative economy as well, because we can be paying people to be planting trees, to be working in the greenhouse, to be helping to process all of these products. And so, just having better coordination tools for on the ground activity is really critical. And so this round will definitely help us get in that direction.
Awesome. Yeah, love to see it, and looking forward to see the new website cooking up. That's gonna be cool. But I guess Twitter is where you post most of the updates as well.
Twitter is the easiest place because most of the funding right now is from Gitcoin grants, and that's where the activity is happening. We did have a front-end website for an event that we hosted the last 2 years, and so we need to have something more of like a dynamic app as opposed to a static web page. But we do have app developers and web developers within our community who are like interested and want to build these things. It's just how do we tie in all of our initiatives into a streamlined, front end UI experience. And fortunately, using like Cursor, we can actually do a lot because we have backend developers, and so we're able to build like fully functional web apps, and having like Cursor front end development really like amplifies and like, how would I say, we can do a lot more with a lot less, basically.
Yeah, right. Well, looking forward to see that. And yeah, I was checking the numbers here. I'm sure some of these will change last minute, but pretty cool to see all these projects getting so much funding. Excited to see what the impact is gonna be soon. Anyone else would like to jump in and talk about their projects or tell us how the round is going so far for them, for you?
Hey, happy to do some self-shilling here with Sylvie. Just also want to shout out Antonio real quick. Antonio's been ahead of the curve with the work happening there. Yesterday we published and launched Trikipedia for the first time, which I'm going to post a link on the chat here. But basically what we're trying to do there, Antonio has already been doing for a couple of years now, really coordinating sort of bi-regional scale tree planting efforts in trying to take care of all the layers of the supply chain, whether it's getting saplings ready and affordable, hosting workshops with the community, some of which even happens like in olive tastings and stuff. But yeah, so excited to collaborate with Antonio and Refi Sicily and take some of those learnings to the rest of the world as well. But yeah, just yesterday we finally launched Trikipedia. This is exactly the type of funding that the grants support us with. I'm posting it on the chat right here. A lot of this Trikipedia work that was announced yesterday has been supported over the last few months, but this current funding round and Epoch 7 will allow us to expand Trikipedia big time, and a lot of that is mentioned in the article. Basically, what Trikipedia is that it allows tree data and tree knowledge to become interoperable and programmable within blockchain. And so things like paying stewards for plantings, for instance, what if we want to assign conditions for those payments such that we're only paying for trees that are native in a certain region? And so we need to be able to understand if those trees are indigenous or if they're invasive and there's so many different classifications, and native status is just one of many properties in the schema. You can have other things like, does it meet some criteria for carbon sequestration or for biodiversity contributions or for resistance to drought? So the possibilities are really infinite. But instead of having to work with consultants and with tree experts, arborists, every single time with every single project, can't we just automate this with AI? And so Trikipedia is really a combination of a ton of structured data that we've compiled from many databases on the internet, as well as a scientific article in gesture. And this is sort of the researcher piece of it. But then the next piece is the expert agent piece to it. And so how can we, via API endpoints or a simple compute job, be able to automate a methodology development or a consultancy for reforestation? So yeah, it was launched yesterday. We're super excited about this, and the current Octant funding will allow us to build so many new tools in there, and many of which are actually going to be adding value to other participating teams in the current round. Thanks for having us there again.
Yeah, no, this is super cool. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, I don't know if you all are seeing my screen share, but we're at the Trikipedia page now. Oh, MetaFarmer, what is something cool we can search? What do you recommend?
Do you have a favorite tree?
Let's search olive trees. Oh, wow.
So you can see there are different common names and there are different scientific name. I'm not the olive expert. I think Antonio is. But Antonio, do you recognize any of these names? Maybe he can help us out.
Well, one of the cultivars that we are mainly producing for olive oil is called Cerasuola. So it's CERA.
CERA.
SUOLA.
And Olea europea is also the...
Wait, am I writing it correctly? CERA SUO.
Yes, you are. But I think the cultivar probably isn't in the database. But yeah, what Jimo was saying is it's just the Olive europea is like the general genus, I guess, or species.
Yeah, I put it on the chat. It's OLEA. And we just launched this yesterday. We don't have all the schema connected yet, but we're definitely going to be improving also searchability via common names. Right now, it's a lot more accurate via scientific names. But so then you would come to a species page. Right now, everything is manually searchable, but we will have explore pages basically that allow you to search for species based on filtering, based on filtered and geographic references, etc. But yeah, so each tree basically has all the different properties and knowledge fields. In this case, this one hasn't been researched. I don't know if you want to connect your wallets, you could actually fund this research with $3 and you would join the tree board. And we're on Cello, Arbitrum, Base, and Optimism. I don't think our transactions are working on all the chains, but I know on Cello they are working well. But yeah, this would mint a contribution NFT, which would make you the genesis researcher of this tree, and you're funding the deep research AI that is adding knowledge from the internet into the structured schema here. And eventually we will be launching something a lot more sophisticated in terms of an NFT collection that is kind of a collectible around these unique species, but that's what we've done so far.
That's so cool. I love this. This is I love seeing the beginning of it because I can already see how big it can be and how meaningful it can become. So congratulations on the launch. And yeah, this is awesome. I hope it spreads out quickly. Is there any way people here or us can help you grow this? Or
any visibility would be very helpful. We're entirely grant funded at Sylvie, and yeah, I just posted the article. And to the extent that this is a use case of what type of funding Octant is supporting, any visibility on this work would be very helpful. We're actually, I think, in second place in total number of donors, but we're in the middle of the pack in effective funding. So I think we're not in front of some critical GLM whales. And yeah, and that's much more of a network that we haven't developed, but yeah, would love to continue even reporting on the impact long after the round is complete.
Yeah, awesome. This is super cool. I hope those GLM lockers can see this soon. Maybe they reconsider their allocation. And yeah, congrats on the launch again.
Thanks so much, guys.
Cool. Anyone else want to jump in, share some cool updates, share your projects? Hey, yeah, of course. I think do you see? Oh, there you go. Yeah, awesome. Let's see. It's loading for me. I can see it now. I don't know if the rest can see it.
Page. Just let me know if there's not many.
Yes, it's working.
So this is a web page. It's just we're non-profit, so we work on decentralizing science and creating income opportunities for local communities through biodiversity data. our approach winners the XPRIZE Rainforest Innovation Prize, which we are actually employing and deploying to more communities. What we do in several ways is finding ways on how local communities can evidence the impact. See, and how can they access to funding? Because imagine, I'm from the Amazon. I'm Brazilian and I'm from the Amazon. And how can my local communities get access to funding if they are not large corporations, if they're not defined organizations as we normally see? How can people who've been doing this stewardship of nature for how long, how can they have access to this funding? And how can they evidence that the work that they are doing is measurable and impactful? And that's where we come in. We connect, we help in four aspects, the communities. The first one is through decentralized MRV. We provide satellite imagery and equipment for them to monitor their own territory and showcasing their impact on our green globe. Our second approach is through conservation data income. Conservation data income is a way to generate income for communities through biodiversity data. And in this way, change the opportunity cost from deforestation, especially here in the Amazon, from deforestation to generating income for biodiversity, making biodiversity monitoring really a work option and generation income option. Our third approach is to developing AI algorithms for assessing natural resources in the communities, which are your most valuable resources, how they're distributed, how long has been since your harvest is to be collected. And the last approach is one of my favorites, is eco-certs. Eco-certs are digital certificates, like here showing here. These certificates, they provide measurable evidence of communities' work on the blockchain in a sense where a institution can support the work and claim a share of that impact. And in that way, they internationalize, they have access to international funding and in a transparent way. And it's channeled in a transparent way, so we can show how much the community is receiving, for how much work she is receiving, which data they're providing, and so forth. This is just an overview, just to present Game Forest to you guys. I mean, basically, you're the first time in Octant, and here we are. It's a great pleasure to meet you all for this squad. Great pleasure to be in this round.
Yeah, thank you for sharing, Gabriel. Really cool stuff.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah, I see you guys are crushing it in this round, so congratulations on that. I mean, I've seen you around for a few years now, so it's definitely amazing work that you guys are doing. So congratulations on all that, and I'm glad it's working out well for you.
Great, thanks, Nico. Thanks a lot. For the Octant team is like deserve a big congratulations. You guys rock.
Thanks. Yeah. Is there anything? Yeah, I don't know, any challenges or things you'd like to collaborate with other projects or looking to get some help on?
I think visibility and networking, even though it's one of the most simplest, is one of the things that we've been seeing that drives you forward more efficiently. Since we work with communities, we have more than 35 communities as partners. What we discovered is that this networking, in a sense of how much data we have, is much data is something that the more you have, the more value it has. So the networking we have in communities, we are seeing that new ways of evidencing community-related data. Normally, we see things in a standardized science way, and we've been seeing that with less information but more thorough information, we can make the same claims. And through networking, you're being able to disseminate this information, disseminate this idea that conservation, the biodiversity monitoring, can be an income option, can really be a job, especially for communities that live in these hotspots of biodiversity. So basically, this is, I think, it would be our greatest, the things that we want the most in the easiest one, I think.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Maybe this is something for all the projects here, like this is an amazing cohort that was carefully selected by the CCN. So I think there's a lot of value between between each other and that you can support each other, I'm sure you can all grow together. So I would highly recommend just going through the list of projects and maybe like turning on notifications for the posts on X, for example, to just help each other boosts. I think especially because you have also a very similar audience, I think that can be very productive for you also. Let me find the link. Yes, look, if you just go here and go through all the projects and set up notifications for each, I think you all can help each other big time. I just shared the link with all the projects that are currently participating. I think we lost Gabriel. I think we lost him. That's okay. But thanks for sharing, Gabriel, wherever you are. It's super cool. What you all are building. Anyone else who would like to share or any updates? Oh, by the way, before I continue here, we have received most of the projects have answered the matchmaking questionnaire we sent out, and I think there's some really cool partnerships coming up that we want to help you all set up. So expect some Telegram group chats where we're gonna connect you to each other, and please do engage. We know how busy we all are, but we really believe that these partnerships can yield a lot of amazing results. So even if the other person is not answering, just ping a couple times should be pretty productive in general, and I'm sure you'll find good ways to collaborate. So yeah. Yeah, Davis, it's a questionnaire that we sent to the participants to if they wanted to collaborate with other projects. And I see you here, Chris. How's it going?
Well, yeah, just a bit of an update to share from our side. So for anyone who doesn't know, Change Code is focused on the organization and ultimately kind of the marketing and sale of impact assets. We've done most of our work in carbon over the last year, and as of last week, we just secured and are starting on our first project down in Uruguay. So previously, we've done projects in the US, UK, Australia, but we are now going to be working with a group of, say it's about 24 landowners on a large collective project for their land stewardship, and that will be minting carbon credits here in the coming months. So Change Code B carbon credits are now going to be being issued out of Uruguay. We're super excited about that one, and that just came together in the last couple of days. So once again, shout out to the amazing Octant team of like running a huge round while still also letting us get a ton of impactful work done. So I want to share that update and give some praise to the Octant team again.
That's awesome to hear, man. Do you have a link so we can share it also? Like we're sharing the screen and we're streaming this, so anything
Don't have that
helps.
link yet, unfortunately, because we are still verifying those credits. So nothing's live.
Oh, right.
It's an internal process right now before we can actually press mint.
Fair enough. No, if there's anything else you want to share, also feel free. We can put it up here on the screen. But congratulations on that, man. That's super cool. Is there any particular reason why? Oh, sorry, Durgadas. Yeah. Oh, you're not able? Yes. Thank you for letting me know. Can you see it now? All right. Yeah, my computer is acting weird. I don't know why. But yeah, thanks for letting me know. And yeah, we have a bunch of projects we want to connect you to Chris as well. So stay tuned there. We already have the list of the projects who signed up for it. So I think a lot of cool synergies with what you guys are building. So really looking forward to that. Sorry, say it again. Chris?
No, I just said can't wait. I'm excited.
Yeah. Same. Yeah, should be. Today's a busy day, but I think tomorrow I'm gonna be able to set up those group chats. Cool. Anyone else would like to jump in, tell us some stuff about their projects or personal updates, questions about Octant, about V2. By the way, our I know many of you were hyped about our website launch, but it's getting a little bit delayed, a few days. Bear with us because it's gonna be pretty epic. It's just yeah, we're taking it to the next level, so that's why it's taking a little bit longer than expected. Oh, all good, Graven. How are you doing? Yeah, website's gonna be fun. It's yeah, I think Raven got a glimpse of it already, so looking forward. You can ask him for the alpha. maybe he's willing to give it in exchange for some GLM. Bribe him for some alpha. Yes, please donate. We have less than 24 hours now to allocate. So I know it's hard. I know there's too many amazing projects, but hey, if you like them all, distribute the funds equally and and donate to all of them. As long as you're allocating the funds, it's good, because if you don't, those funds are going to be lost. So that's the recommendation there. Cool. I think we might be wrapping it up. If no one else wants to jump in and share anything. If you do, please. Last
I
chance.
could just share something real quick. In spirit of doing screen sharing, would love to plug the work that Antonio here, Regen Avocado, is doing. And maybe I could do so by also demoing the Sylvia app. I don't know if you can see my screen.
Yes, we see it now.
So
I don't know. Can someone else check? Yeah, Durgadas says yes. So
awesome.
go for it.
So yeah, so basically the way this works is we have goals and methodologies defined on the back end of the app, and specifically we're funding work in all of Sicily according to this Refi Sicily bi-regional phase 2 methodology, which funds $4 per tree. And these are the metrics right now, the number of trees that have been planted, and a leaderboard happening there. So basically all of this work represented by some of these scattered projects, and then a big project here that Antonio is doing has payable claims. You can see here the drone data, which kind of shows a higher resolution orthomosaic to show the most recent bird's eye view of the project. And then you were talking about olive trees earlier, but here is an actual native olive tree that was registered not too long ago. So on the Sylvie app in the back end, these are represented as logs, which I can scroll down and just zoom out a little bit. You can see the claims that have come in for that methodology. All of this information is on chain, and here's an example of proof of that tree claim. So then you can approve you can settle these claims basically, which I just accepted that transaction. It is now pending, but if I refresh the page, there you go. You have an Arbitrum scan transaction, which issued Antonio a $3 payment. So I just wanted to, show a little bit how this works, and also share that now with Trikipedia, we will be able to automate the means to which we attribute a score to a tree to know if it's native or not. Not to mention so many other things like do actual species detection on top of that. Yeah, maybe the last feature I want to show real quick is in New Zealand. We were just there not too long ago. And so we also launched tools like panoramic observations, which allow you to see sort of a human, sorry, sometimes it takes a second to load, but a human type of view. I'm going to have to load this one in a new tab. A human type of view of the work happening, just to kind of combine the impact data with on the ground, with mobile captured, and then with drone and satellite to create a high fidelity high fidelity evidence supporting reforestation. I'll stop there.
That's sick, man. That's awesome. So yeah, Sylvie Street View.
Human view. Who knows? One day it's going to be robot view or robotic bee view. It's just a matter of robotics advancing.
Sylvie Tree View, we can call it. How trees see life. No, that's awesome. Yeah, and Sylvie, super cool project. I mean, you've seen live how you can get paid for planting trees through the platform. So that's amazing. Makes me want to plant some more trees, for sure.
I have a question for you guys. What is it's all of all of Italy, or you have only in Sicily, or what is the place you plant this tree?
So you can geo-reference where payments happened by uploading a shapefile or a polygon. But what we will be doing with Trikipedia now is we're partnering with One Earth. I don't know if you've heard of them, but they do a lot of biodiversity research. They're actually famous for creating the bioregion and ecoregion boundaries around the world. And so we have correlated the Trikipedia data for the status of trees in different bioregions and ecoregions around the world. And we will start allocating some funding, including the current Epoch 7 funding, to bounties for native trees in those ecoregions and bioregions. It just so happens that Refi Sicily is already doing this work. That's why they've been sort of ahead of the curve. But they have been looking at how to prioritize native and indigenous ecosystem services in the plantings that they conduct. But now it will be sort of AI prescribed, right, by the Trikipedia knowledge base in combination with the One Earth boundaries for different bioregions and ecoregions.
Did that answer your question, Rene? I hope so. Yeah, cool. Seems like
And
it
just
did.
to add a lot of this, we've incorporated this data into hypercerts, and so a lot of this data is really critical for packaging up into other types of eco credits. So if it's on the well, maybe Gabriel, you can remind me the name of the EcoCert marketplace.
I'm sorry, how do you mean? I'm so sorry for the ignorance.
I think it's EcoCertain, right? EcoCertain.xyz or something.
EcoCertain XYZ. The domain is EcoCertain XYZ.
So it's great for creating eco-certs and putting them on the marketplace. Also, potentially for region network, and so this is really helpful to unlock more of this regenerative finance potential. So really important data that is helping to really drive this space forward.
It's been really hard to mint hypercerts. It just takes a while, right? So one of the things we're trying to do is like one-click reporting on Sylvie, and so yeah, it's also been hard to collaborate with Gainforest, Gabriel, but would love to chat with you at some point to see what data pipelines can be woven together, so that the users are focused more on the MRV and on the tree planting, but then on the back end, this data can just automatically be pushed and be formatted accordingly. So these hypercerts, are minted as autonomously as possible.
That's awesome. I love to see all these collaboration between projects and giving each other feedback and finding ways. That's awesome. I see John here. shout out to John for helping with the collaboration stuff that we're cooking up. Really, really fun. It's been a busy day. It's a busy day today, so I think tomorrow I'm gonna be able to create the group chats, friends. Stay tuned. Yeah, I think we might be coming to an end here. I do need to go and record a podcast in a few minutes. Should be fun. I'll let you all know when it's out. But thank you so much for everyone to come and share about their projects, see all the impact that you're doing and all the collaborations cooking up. Really excited to see that. And yeah, keep it's the last mile before we close up the allocation window of Epoch 7. So make sure to leverage the best you can. Literally every last minute counts for allocations, so make sure to stay active there, make sure to show people the impact that you're doing, and I'm sure you will be rewarded for that.
Also, folks can reallocate, so you never know when you're going to really get somebody excited that's already allocated, but they learn about you just now in the 11th hour and maybe go back in and shift their allocation. So keep that in mind as well, folks. But Echo, I'm sorry I missed the front end of the conversation, but definitely Echo. I love how many different projects are interacting, and hopefully we can facilitate even a little more of that coming out of this round. But I love all the collaboration going on. When you mentioned hypercerts, and when I think about sort of any impact cert derivative, it's really going to be all about all of the innovative tools that we strap on top of it that really makes it a powerful tool, not just certifying that something happened on chain, but having data like Trikipedia that's showing, real data of the trees or other data sources. So I think the way that the core infra is all starting to interweave and build these new structures, I guess we've called them in the past. Anyway, good luck on the podcast, Nico. I hope it's a good one.
Thank you. Thanks, John. Yeah, and I've changed my allocation, I think 2 or 3 times already. So every little bit that I see that really resonates with me, I do. So definitely don't be discouraged by how the current allocations are. Actually use it as a motivation. So yeah, thank you all for participating, for coming in to the town hall, and I'll see you hopefully next Tuesday for a Dragon's Den. It's actually going to be a fun one about the Ethereum Spectra update that is coming up. It should be pretty interesting for all of you. It's a really cool update, so I'm personally gonna learn a lot from it. So see you there the latest. Cheerio, everyone.
Background.